May I come in, sir?
Please come.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, Pankaj, please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Pankaj, dispel the secrecy of P after IRMS. IRMS P क्या हुआ?
Sir, ये probationer. For probationer, we use.
That's what I was saying. कि ये probationer है. P should be in brackets, but they have kept it in this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, in the last interview when you got selected, what was your score?
160, sir.
160. And how's your main this time?
Good, sir.
Better?
Yes, sir.
And interview, I think you have nothing to lose, so the confidence level should be higher.
Definitely, sir.
Great. So, you studied commerce and the accountancy.
Yes, sir.
You studied that in Jodhpur,
Yes, sir.
right? And right now you are under training at what place? New Delhi?
Sir, I taken EOL, sir.
EOL.
Yes.
Okay. Present, and you have shown your place of employment at New Delhi.
Yes, sir. Because I joined in my training time.
Okay.
Foundation course.
Yeah, understand. EOL. Okay. Right. First, now that you are in Delhi,
Yes, sir.
tell me the river that comes from Rajasthan to Delhi.
Not able to recall, sir.
Okay. Let's go to the borders,
Yes, sir.
right? You have border with Pakistan.
Yes, sir.
What is the length of that border?
So it's around 1,000 kilometers.
Around means what? It could be less than 1,000?
More than 1,000, sir.
More than means what? It could be 1,400 or?
What I am recall is 1044, if I'm precise.
So how many kilometers are you ceding to Pakistan? By 144. Which are the districts abutting Pakistan?
Sir, major districts are Jaisalmer, we have Barmer, we also Sri Ganganagar also have border, and some part of Jalore, if I am not sure. Jalore is also have border.
Which is the latest district carved out and is on this border? Okay, which are the Pakistani states abutting your state?
Sir, Sindh
Okay. And
I think, sir, Punjab, I am not sure, sir.
okay. What is the population of Godawans in Rajasthan?
So it's around 150 to 180 between.
150 to 180.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are these birds? What is the range of flight of these birds?
Sir, they fly at low elevation, and the range I am not sure, sir.
Where is their conservation project going on? They have a conservation project? Which is the district where they are commonly seen and found?
So it is commonly seen in the Jaisalmer region, sir.
Okay. Why do we call Rajasthan Rangilo Rajasthan?
Sir, it is because of the colorful tradition in the costumes wear by the various people, sir. Also, sir, if we look Rajasthan from the space, it sees like green on the one side and the desert on the second side, sir. Third, sir, the various color connotation are adopted by the cities, like blue in the Jodhpur, pink in the Jaipur. It's also one of the reasons, sir.
That's all. Anyway, thank you for that perspective.
Thank you.
Now coming to the budget,
Yes, sir.
right? Do you think it is a populist budget which has given something to everyone?
Sir, traditional sense in populist, I cannot say it is populist because it is focused on the fiscal consolidation and focused on the long-term projects. But yes, it is going to help in long-term to all the population, sir. That's why I feel that it is good for the all, sir.
Good for
All, sir. All the section of the society.
all sections of society.
Yes.
What is there for the railways in the budget?
Sir, railway got the 2.8 lakh crores of the capital expenditure budget, sir. They also provided some flagship projects like east to west corridor in a dedicated freight corridor, sir. Third, sir, they also provided high speed connectivity to the various cities, Mumbai to Pune, Pune to Hyderabad, Delhi to Siliguri, sir. Sir, all these are some high projects in the railway in the budget, sir.
Which are the high-speed rail corridor they have proposed?
Sir, they propose for the 7 corridors. One is from Mumbai to Pune, Pune to Hyderabad, Pune to Bangalore, Bangalore to Chennai, and in the Delhi to Banaras, and the Banaras to Siliguri, sir.
Does Indian Railway have any international reach?
Yes, sir.
Do we?
Yes, sir.
Where?
Sir, if in the investments we have recently we have planned to have infrastructure in the Bhutan, from India to Bhutan, and sir, also previously we have some trains in cross boundary sections like India Pakistan and in India Bangladesh, sir.
Do we operate any at right now? Do we operate any international train?
No, sir, currently I am not aware about it, sir.
Okay. Why has the defense budget been increased so much? Any particular reasons for that?
Sir, as the day by day defense has become much more technologically intensive, so our need is also to employ capital in the much more capital intensive and the technological era, sir. Second, sir, our threats are also increasing from the one end Pakistan and the China. Also in the naval sector and the marine sector, we also have to invest drastically because we want a much more power dominance in the southern region in the Indian Ocean, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
अगर आप दिल्ली जैसे शहर में बजट में आईएएस की तैयारी करना चाहते हैं तो इस वीडियो को एंड तक जरूर देखें। ये है बनो आईएएस। इसको रन करने वाले हैं यूपीएससी क्वालिफाइड एक्स सिविल सर्वेंट एंड जामिया आरसीए एलुमनाई। यहाँ की फैकल्टी को ना केवल यूपीएससी एग्जाम का एक्सपीरियंस है बल्कि पढ़ाने का भी सालों का एक्सपीरियंस है। ये एक्सपर्ट फैकल्टी हर टॉपिक को अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन करते हैं, उसके बाद हर टॉपिक को डिक्टेट करते हैं ताकि आपके पास अपने खुद के हैंड रिटन नोट्स हो। साथ ही क्लास में प्रीलिम्स और मेंस के प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व किया जाता है और डिस्कस भी किया जाता है।
यहाँ पे आपको सिविल सर्वेंट्स जैसे कि आईएएस, आईआरएस और एक्स सिविल सर्वेंट्स साथ के साथ जामिया आरसीए के एलुमनाइज आपको पर्सनल मेंटरशिप देते हैं। डेली आंसर राइटिंग जो कि सारे टॉपर्स रिकमेंड करते हैं, इस पर यहाँ पे बहुत फोकस किया जाता है जो कि बाकी कोचिंग्स में नहीं होता है। इसके साथ ही आपको मिलती है प्रीलिम्स और मेंस की टेस्ट सीरीज जो आपको एग्जाम के लिए रेडी करती है। यहाँ के अगर हाईलाइट्स की बात करें तो स्मॉल बैच साइजेस जिसमें 60 स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं और जीएस कोर्स के साथ आपको एसे और सीसैट की क्लासेस भी होती है जिसके लिए आपको अलग से पे करने की जरूरत नहीं है।
और ये लोकेटेड है सुखदेव विहार मेट्रो स्टेशन के बिल्कुल सामने। तो देर किस बात की, आज ही स्टार्ट करें और अपने यूपीएससी के सपने को साकार करें। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग बनो आईएएस।
Okay, Pankaj, you like to watch period movies, right?
Yes, sir.
Why so? And which is your favorite one?
Ma'am, I feel the period movies provide me a historical perspective, how certain things is going and what are the implication of it. Recently, I watched a period movie based on the Jerusalem called Kingdom of Heavens.
Okay. And web series? What is your choice in the web series?
In web series, ma'am, I watched the Marco Polo on the Netflix, and the Ottoman Empire is also in web series.
Okay,
based on it.
something similar.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me, are freebies helping the people or are they bleeding the economy?
Sir, ma'am, in the immediate context, if there are some emergency and the immediate need, then I feel that it helps the section that need it. But in longer run, it will bleed the economy because it has some moral hazard. Like people are now become dependent on the freebies and it is not employed in productive way. So instead, they also compromising on the capital expenditure of the state. So I feel that in long run it may be bleeding the economy, but if they are targeted in the short term, then they meet their objective, ma'am.
So have you heard of the Brazilian model and the Filipino model?
Yes, ma'am. I heard the Brazilian model. It is based on the social sector expenditure by providing the financial security by the use of funds through insurance and the market-based mechanism, ma'am.
So how are we inspired in this for freebies with the Brazilian model? Are you aware?
Especially I am not aware, but I think we use in the pension reforms in our India.
You read it. It is linked to developing something so that you become self-sufficient.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, developing a skill, developing education.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, so and states major bill goes expenditure goes into these freebies.
Definitely.
So and you cannot withdraw them. Okay,
Yes,
recently a judgment has been given by the Supreme Court as a fundamental right.
Yes, ma'am.
Which one is it?
Menstrual hygiene
Yeah.
management.
So it is supposed to be a very far-reaching judgment which has multiple implications.
Yes, ma'am.
You tell me which sector, what is the implication?
Ma'am, the Supreme Court provided the menstrual hygiene management system in the school. They have to provide the sanitary pads in the school. They also provide the necessary arrangements like separate toilets and the bases to provide some essential commodities in that domain. So for the school management, it is a big challenge. They have to provide it because it provided 3 months guideline. So this is the first thing which I feel. But ma'am, the impact of it's exponential high because it allow the girls enrollment in the schools. They allow them to have greater participation in the STEM sector and the employment. So I think it will make India developed nations in this domain.
That's one aspect. What is the second aspect?
Second, it also provides freedom to mobility for the women, I feel, ma'am.
No. It's biodegradable, so
Yes.
economic, environmental friendly. Health sector, there's a large incidence of UTI, reproductive tract infection,
Yes, ma'am.
so the health implication. Fourth, it has mandated that they'll be de-recognized if they don't do it.
Yes.
Fifth, center is controlling it, and the states have to implement. So it's cooperative federalism. It's got multiple. That's why it's called a landmark judgment. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Sir.
Pankaj,
Yes, sir.
you know a word called oxymoron?
I heard the word, but I'm not know about details.
Okay. So, okay, you will understand. If I ask you, there is nothing like an ethical chartered accountant. These two things don't coexist. Do you agree?
I think, sir, ethical can be there, but first they have to uphold the professional integrity, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Can an ethical chartered accountant survive or grow? Is it possible?
Sir, possible is there but they have to take substantial time in it, sir.
So, but till that time, he should be unethical.
No, sir, I feel because to become large, he needs some time because in ethical domain, he have to practice, he have to adopt integrity and honesty. But there are many clients in India, they prefer ethical chartered accountancy firms like IT sector,
We
Infosys.
have the biggest firms in the big four also being unethical. You know so many instances.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? What to talk of the lesser names? The four biggest in the world have also been found to be doing unethical practices. Otherwise, they'll be thrown out.
Yes, sir. They are in these kind of practices, but I think they are penalized subsequently for their actions.
That's a different matter. One small penalty they will give, but they'll continue to be in business. They have not been blacklisted from the country. They are still here.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, IOC.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, in the total price, what is the price of petrol in Delhi? Delhi is about 95 rupees a litre.
Yes, sir.
Any idea of the breakup of the original price of petrol and the taxes involved?
Yes, sir. Sir, the original price of the cost of a petrol is around 50 rupees,
Yeah.
Sir, we have excise duty around 21.9 rupees. Then, sir, we have VAT on it, which is around different from state to state. So it is around 15 to 25% in the range. Then after, sir, we have commission of the operator who run the retail
And
outlet, sir.
what is the frequency of revision of these rates of petrol?
Sir, the frequencies they have to change price daily on the basis of the market scenario and the production prices.
Is there a fixed time when the rate is changed?
Every morning, sir, they have to change, sir.
There is a time.
Yes, sir.
What is that time?
I'm not aware of the exact time, but
What time do you get up?
I get up at sir 7 o'clock.
So 1 hour before you get up, the time.
Yes, sir.
6 o'clock, you have to change the time.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, you're from Rajasthan.
Yes, sir.
Recently, lot of efforts are being made for greening of the Thar. Right. But that is some people are highly concerned about it. Why should they be concerned?
Sir, concern is that this is changing the geography and it's
Geography?
because biodiversity is changing.
Okay.
As sir talk about the great Indian bustard, its habitat is mainly in the arid region. That's why they fly in this region. If there are some trees are there, so they may not be able to fly that freely in this region, sir. Second, sir, this also lead to increased rainfall in the region in some context. As I seen
So
that.
why should others be concerned? The people outside Thar are concerned.
Sir, it's also increasing salination in the region because people are using water from the canals to greening it, and the high sun exposure making them desert and salty.
Which states should be concerned? Which states bordering Rajasthan should be concerned?
Sir, major regions like Haryana, Punjab,
And why?
because of the use of water from their
Not
state.
from there. They will take it from Indira Gandhi Canal or whatever, which is there in Rajasthan. Not Rajasthan. It's not Haryana's water or Punjab's water.
Then I have to look into this, sir.
Don't you think it will have an impact on the monsoon?
Yes, sir, it has impact because then the monsoon will not reach to the northern sector.
That's the point.
Yes.
That's the main reason.
Thank
All
you.
right. Now, is government audit an impediment to progress?
Sir, normally audit happen after the work has been done on the finances, so it is not impediment during the work, but they are not seen as an impediment but as a trust maker because when the financials are audited, they bring trust not only in the government but also in the public and the other stakeholders. So I don't feel, sir, it is impediment, but it is a
Don't you think instead of post audit, we should be doing concurrent audit?
This is there, sir, in major sectors, in banking sectors, and we have internal audit in the normal functioning of the companies and in the government also, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Pankaj.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Pankaj. The role of coaching institutes in the competitive exams
Yes, sir.
are increasing.
Yes, sir.
Let us suppose UPSC CSE itself. So, what do you think? Is there any significant role for coachings are there, or one should can prepare from the various other sources rather than joining coachings?
Sir, I feel that coachings have their own role because not all people get equal opportunity in the education in the initial phase. Like I take my own example, I study from a Jetaran, which is a small town in the Pali district. So there are no such quality educations in the normal private sector or the government sector. So they are not equality in the education all over the India. So I feel that coaching will provide some parity between the education for the all. But sir, the increasing burden on the economy and the finances of the families is a concerning in this regard, sir. So I feel that both things are there. So regulation is needed in this respect, sir.
Regulation, you said regulation. Recently, you might have heard about the Consumer Protection Authority
Yes, yes.
fining some coaching institute especially in like UPSC CSE, for wrongful display of selections. Have you heard about this?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So how far do you think that these kind of display of toppers and not exactly saying from which courses aren't this is a very bad practice which lures, and the fine which 5 lakh or 8 lakh or 1 lakh, which is very low, because the cost is nothing, can be covered from the 1-2 students foundation fees, right? So don't you think so the fines or anything, these kind of protections should be significant in amount?
Yes, sir. The penalties are not that significant, so penalties can be increased. But I can take example from our own institute. Like CAs and the lawyers are not publicizing their practices in public domain, and there are strict regulation on their advertisement and their practices. So I feel that same can be done in the education sector, like on the advertisement, because they are misleading. So I feel that when there is strong regulation on the advertisement, it is public good. So trust of the people is also involved. So I feel that regulation of advertisement is one aspect, and after any breach of regulations, the penalty should be equivalent to the exposure what they have. Like we have in some commercial and the economic punishments, they treat it with the turnover or the margins they are going to have.
Okay, if suppose Pali was not there, let's cut out Pali.
Okay.
Well, would it had impacted the weddings in India? How Pali is related to Indian weddings or some festivals?
We am not.
Have you heard about Sojat?
Yes.
What's famous of Sojat?
Yes, for the production of mehendi, sir.
Mehendi, right? Okay. Do you use AI?
Yes, sir.
Like which tools? Can you name some?
Sir, I use Perplexity.
Perplexity. Okay. Have you heard about this Anthropic recently?
Yes,
so why it was in news?
Sir, it is in news because of it launched 2 AI tools to make softwares. So it has some large implication on the Indian software companies. So that's why it is in the news.
Okay. Can such thing can be made for in the field of chartered accountants or tax filing, company filings, etc. Can this be possible? Such kind of software?
Yes, sir. In today's time, the most of chartered accountancy work is done through the softwares, like in auditing also, the tax filing also. So AI has its utility in this sector because we are using software, so it can replace in long run.
Your father owns a business, right?
Yes.
As per your DAF. So may I know which business or what he does do?
Sir, involved in the field of job contract in the ornamental sector for the preparation of the gems and jewelry.
Okay, so does this Pankaj Soni and that Soni which
Yes, sir.
that matches, right?
Yes, sir.
You mentioned you have annual income of 2 lakh, like from the
Yes,
father's
father
side,
side.
and then that contradicts my perception about Sony's jewelers. And also, sir said there is nothing called as ethical CAs. So, just explain this.
Sir, majority the job contract works are not involved in the dealings of the jewelries. They work in the artistic way. They prepare the it. So they are not such revenue in this sector.
Okay, Pankaj. Thank you. Thank you.
अगर आप दिल्ली जैसे शहर में बजट में आईएएस की तैयारी करना चाहते हैं तो इस वीडियो को एंड तक जरूर देखें। ये है बनो आईएएस। इसको रन करने वाले हैं यूपीएससी क्वालिफाइड एक्स सिविल सर्वेंट एंड जामिया आरसीए एलुमनाई। यहाँ की फैकल्टी को ना केवल यूपीएससी एग्जाम का एक्सपीरियंस है बल्कि पढ़ाने का भी सालों का एक्सपीरियंस है। ये एक्सपर्ट फैकल्टी हर टॉपिक को अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन करते हैं, उसके बाद हर टॉपिक को डिक्टेट करते हैं ताकि आपके पास अपने खुद के हैंड रिटन नोट्स हो। साथ ही क्लास में प्रीलिम्स और मेंस के प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व किया जाता है और डिस्कस भी किया जाता है।
यहाँ पे आपको सिविल सर्वेंट्स जैसे कि आईएएस, आईआरएस और एक्स सिविल सर्वेंट्स साथ के साथ जामिया आरसीए के एलुमनाई आपको पर्सनल मेंटरशिप देते हैं। डेली आंसर राइटिंग जो कि सारे टॉपर्स रिकमेंड करते हैं। इस पर यहाँ पे बहुत फोकस किया जाता है जो कि बाकी कोचिंग्स में नहीं होता है। इसके साथ ही आपको मिलती है प्रीलिम्स और मेंस की टेस्ट सीरीज जो आपको एग्जाम के लिए रेडी करती है। यहाँ के अगर हाइलाइट्स की बात करें तो स्मॉल बैच साइजेस जिसमें 60 स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं और जीएस कोर्स के साथ आपको एसे और सीसैट की क्लासेस भी होती है जिसके लिए आपको अलग से पे करने की जरूरत नहीं है।
और ये लोकेटेड है सुखदेव विहार मेट्रो स्टेशन के बिल्कुल सामने। तो देर किस बात की, आज ही स्टार्ट करें और अपने यूपीएससी के सपने को साकार करें। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग बनो आईएएस।
Okay, Pankaj. That concludes your mock today.
Yes, sir.
So, how many mocks have you had this year?
I had given the 6-7 marks.
6. And how many more before the interview?
1, 2. It may be not be in case I have
Okay.
not.
Almost near.
I think you are ready for the interview.
Yes, sir.
You know, I would say that you are quite ready.
Yes.
And you have done well in the interview, and let's hope with your better mains and better interview in the actual interview, you should be improving on your score,
Yes, sir. Thank you.
right? And otherwise the service you have is very good service, so you have nothing to lose in any case, as I said before. One thing I would like you to be cautious when she asks you about the Brazilian model or something which you didn't know, then your voice suddenly fell,
Okay.
and I felt कि oh, what has happened to him? शेर से चूहा कैसे हो गया? हाँ, तो वो नहीं.
Yes.
If you don't know, you don't know. Maintain the same level of confidence.
Sure, sir.
Are you supposed to know everything under the sun?
No, sir. It's not.
Then, if you don't know, you don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. With the same confidence. Instead of making essays and in a very soft and timid way, making some comments, better not to do so.
Yes.
Avoid.
Sure.
Better is to stop it and wait for the next ball to be delivered.
Sure.
Okay. Otherwise, your content in the answers, your knowledge base, your confidence, your personality, everything is fine. So you are a few days away. Enjoy your time. Read newspapers. Be aware of what is happening.
Yes.
And that's it. You should be able to do very well. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
All the best. Thank you.
sir.
Good luck.
Good. Thank you, ma'am.